Hey guys, how are you? Same as what I was saying yesterday, there have been a few technical difficulties. So all it means is that for the spoken part, I'll be going through it as I'm doing the movements, and I'll do my best to make it as clear as possible. So the main thing is that you get to keep your practice going every day. So let's start off in a cross-legged position. If you prefer, actually, just at the beginning, you can come to bum to heels. Sitting back like this, resting your hands in your lap and just drawing those shoulders down and back. So whichever is a more comfortable position for you at the beginning of our practice. So I'm going to start off in cross-legged position, bringing the hands to heart center, or if you prefer, resting them on the knees. And we'll just bow our head to our heart. And take a couple of moments here to center ourselves. So I know many of us are doing this practice early in the day, but regardless to when you are doing the practice, it can often be nice to check in with how your body is feeling before you begin to move. Any sensations that you notice in different areas. How are your energy levels? Do you feel you have lots of energy today, or are you a little bit tired? Or maybe your energy feels a bit frantic. Maybe you feel a bit stressed or a bit anxious. And again, not judging these feelings, but just taking note of them and observing where in the body you feel them. Then taking a deep breath in and a deep exhale through our mouth. One more time. Deep breath in, deep exhale through our mouth. So making that loud exhale sound is a nice way of just getting rid of any stale energy, any stale air before we start our practice today. So beginning our practice, we'll come onto all fours. So here you want to have your hips directly above your knees, your wrists beneath your elbow, your shoulders pressing into the ground, and immediately we'll just start to move through a few rounds of cats and cows. So what we're focusing on is just gently massaging out the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae. And as we're doing that, we're also stretching right into our neck region. So we're getting a nice stretch for our upper back and our neck as well, making sure at the bottom of our exhale, as we're in our cat position, like I'm holding now, that we really draw that chin in, allowing the neck to stretch, and at the top of our breath, as we tilt our head back, raise our gaze to the sky, we really open up that chest and neck region. One more time, and then back to center. From here, we're going to bring start my little walk forward. We'll bring our right foot back, pressing into the ball of the foot, readjusting the spine so that it's nice and stable. And we'll just hold here for a few breaths. If you want to and you feel stable enough, you can bring your left hand forward. Again, just creating that opposite dynamic movement. And again, if you want to bring it up a level, you can raise your right foot and hold here. Breathing in and out, allowing heat to build in our center body, and then lowering down. And we'll repeat the same on the opposite side. So drawing our left foot back, really pressing through the ball of the foot. This is variation 1. If we feel stable there, then raising our opposite hand, so our right hand forward. And if we feel comfortable here, then lifting our left foot, making sure that both hip points are still facing down towards the mat, keeping that nice flat back, drawing in, pinning our navel to our core, building the heat, and then lowering down. From here, we're going to push up into down dog. So stretching through our legs, maybe walking on the spot, easing out our hamstrings, really grounding through our hands, shoulder distance apart, hips nice and high. And when we're ready, allowing ourselves to come into a static down dog. From here, we'll step our right foot forward behind our right hand. We'll turn our left foot so it faces parallel to the short edge of the mat. We'll rest our right elbow on our right leg, knee above ankle, raising our right hand overhead, or bringing it forward so long as we still can keep our spine nice and long and open. So if we start to slouch, then that means maybe take your hand down and rest it on your hip, or bring it straight up overhead. But it's important that we keep that spine. We don't want to compromise it or injure. And if you want to go deeper, you can bring your hand to the inside of your foot, reaching over like so. Gaze is forward, or for more balance, you can have it in the direction of the hand that's on the floor. Really grounding through both feet, building that strength in our legs. Then from here, we'll come up into warrior two. So keeping our legs as they are, back foot parallel to the short edge of the mat, front foot facing forward, knee above ankle, arms parallel to the ground, spine stacked, and gaze forward over the front fingers. From here, continuing taking our nice deep breaths, strengthening our arms as we engage them firmly, grounding through our feet. And from here, we'll spiral our hands down, step back into down dog, and immediately move to the left. Actually, so what I'm going to do is step my right foot forward, and I'm going to turn, and I'm going to do the left side here, just so you can see me better. So now our right foot is parallel to the short edge of the mat. My left foot is facing forward, knee above ankle. And from here, I'm going to move into bringing my hand to the ground or to my knee. So knee is the variation, keeping your right hand on the hip. If you want to go deeper, right hand overhead. If you want to go deeper, right hand leaning forward, but again making sure you don't compromise the angle of the spine. And if you'd like to go deeper, bringing your hand to the floor, reaching the other arm overhead, in my case into my little leather bag, really grounding through our feet, strengthening our legs, building that heat, and from here we'll gently rise up into warrior two. So using our core, begin to lift in a nice smooth movement, left hand facing forward. We adjust our legs so that our left knee is still directly above our left ankle. Arms are parallel to the floor. We're really grounding through both feet. Spine is stacked. Gaze is forward. And from here, we'll release. We'll bring both feet parallel to the short edge of the mat, hands on our hips, and we'll begin to lean forward, fold forward, allowing our head to come down, bring our hands to the mat. If we want to go deeper, heel toe or feet out, keeping them parallel, bring our head down, and just breathing here. And then when you're ready, coming up onto your hands, flat back position, heel toe your feet back in, until you get to about hip distance apart. And from here we'll just practice gently lowering into yogi squat, or you can just come to seated if this is difficult. That was the radiator. So again, a good example of lack of space. And we'll come to a cross-legged position in the middle of our mat. Bring our hands to our knees, closing our eyes. Allowing our focus to return inward. Allowing our breath to soften. And from here I encourage you, if you have a few extra moments, just pause the video and maybe come to lie down in Savasana on your back, your legs spread wide, your feet falling apart, your arms down by your side, and just closing your eyes and staying there for a few moments, or staying in the seated position for a few moments longer. But for us today, we open our eyes. Well done on another great practice. As you go forward, may you have peace in your thoughts, your words, your heart, your body and soul. Namaste.